All right, continuing on with circles, we're talking about segment lengths formed by chords, secants, and tangents. All right, so you have three types. This works for chords intersecting a circle, and this one works for two secants intersecting on the outside. And case three works for a tangent on the outside and the secant. All right, so three types. All right, so how do we find segment lengths with chords or secants inside the circle? Well, formula A times B equals C times D. In other words, this length times this length equals this length times this length. So this works for intersecting chords or secants inside, right? This works for intersecting secants on the outside, right? Formula A times A plus B equals C times C plus D. That's just the formula. Last one, intersecting secant and tangent on the outside, right? So here's your tangent, here's your secant. Tangents, you square the length, A squared, and the secant we talked about, right? So it'd be B plus C. B times B plus C. All right, so those are your formulas. Less than 2 pages, lots of algebra. Formulas easy to recognize, but the algebra can get kind of sneaky, so we'll take our time with the algebra. All right, number one, that's two chords going through. That's type 1, right? So formula, this piece times this piece equals this piece times this piece, right? So we'll have 10x. 14 times 15 is 210. I'll actually write it out for you so you see where it comes from. So 10 times x, 10x. 14 times 15, 210. Divide by 10, 21. No big deal. All right, a little more algebra. This piece times this piece plus this piece times this piece, right? So 4 times 5x minus 1 equals 6 times 6, 36. I'm going to divide by 4 first. Add 1. Divide by 5. X is 2. But it wants length of BD, right? So we got BD is this whole piece right here. So I got to plug this in. 5 times 10 minus 1 is 9. 9 plus 4 is 13. 9 plus the 4. Number 3, same thing. Chords going through. This times this equals that times that. So 27 times x plus 5 equals 24 times x plus 7. Distribute both sides. 27x plus 135 equals 24x plus 168. Move some stuff around, subtract 24x over here, subtract 135 over there. 3x is 33. Divide by 3. X is 11. 4, same exact thing. This times that equals that times that. 18 times 2x minus 5 equals 14 times 2x plus 1. Distribute both sides. 36x minus 90 equals 28x plus 14. Move stuff around. Subtract 28x. Add 90. 8x is 104. Divide by 8, 13. However, they want QT, right? They want this length right there. Plug it in. QT, 27. Okay, number 5. This time we have two secants, right? Intersecting on the outside. So remember, this guy times these two added up. This guy times these two added up. So 9 times 9 plus x equals 8 times 8 plus 19. Distribute left side. 81 plus 9x. Right side, type it in. It comes out to be 216. Subtract the 81. Divide by 9, 15. Solve for x, got it. 6, same concept. This guy, 10 times these two added up, 13 times these two added up. All right, so it'd be 10 times 10 plus 42 equals 13 times 13 plus x. Left side, type it in, 520. Distribute over here. That gives me 169 plus 13x. Subtract the 169 over 351. Divide by 13. It goes in there 27 times, but I didn't answer the question. It wants NL. It wants this whole piece, right? Well, x is 27 plus the 13. That gives me 40. 27 plus 13, 40. Back page 7, same thing. We just have two secants intersecting the outside, so this times both added up. 7 times that stuff added up. All right, so 8 times 8 plus, let's see here, 8 plus 3x plus 4, sorry, lost my spot, equals 7 times 7 plus 5x plus 2. All right, on the insides, I know I could have combined the 8 and the 4, which would give me 12, right? So this is really 3x plus 12. This is really 5x plus 9, right? All right, distribute both pieces. Left side will have 24x plus 96. 7 times that's 35x. 7 times 9 is 63. Move stuff around. Subtract 24. Subtract 63. 33 is 11x. 11 goes in there. 3 times solve for x. Check. 8, same exact thing, right? Nothing different. 7 and 8, same thing. 12 times this stuff. 12 plus 8x. 12 plus x plus 8 equals 15 times 15 plus x minus 1. All right, combine like terms in here. That gives me x plus 20. Combine like terms here, it's x plus 14. Distribute. Left side, 12x plus 240. Right side, 15x plus 210. Move stuff. Subtract 12x, subtract 210. 30 is 3x. X is 10. It wants yz. Plug it in. 10 minus 1, 9. 9, you have a tangent line and then a secant line. So tangents, remember, we just square this number. So 24 squared equals 18 times 18 plus x. Distribute right side. Left side is 576. 18 squared is 324 plus 18x. Subtract 324, it's 252. Divide by 18, x is 14. Tangent line, secant line. Square the tangents, you know what to do with the secant lines. 16 squared equals 8 times 8 plus 5x minus 1. Inside here, 5x plus 7. Because we got to distribute that 8, right? 16 squared is 256. 40x plus 56. Subtract the 56 over, that's 200. 40 goes in there 5 times. Find Pn. Plug it into Pn, 24. $11, same concept. So we have a tangent line and a secant line. So tangent line, x squared equals 27 times 27 plus 21. So x squared equals, I type in that stuff right there, 1296. Square root, 36. Tangent line, secant line, 3x squared. Remember, that square's got to hit both those pieces, right? So when I do this, this comes out to be 9x squared. Equals 9 times 9 plus 16. Type that in. That comes out to be 225. First step, divide by 9. Square root. X is 5. All right. 13, 14, 15, and 16. You have to do factoring. Okay, I know you did a little bit of that in Algebra 1. I don't think I'll quiz you on it, but I will show you how to do it just in case, a little refresher on factoring, especially when you guys get into Algebra 2 next year. All right, two chords. Remember, this guy times that guy equals that guy times that guy. So we'll have x minus 1 times x plus 6 equals 12 times 10, 120. Okay, FOIL, first, outer, inner, last. I'm just going to do this real quick because you got to combine the middle terms, right? But when you FOIL this and add up all the combining terms, it does this. X squared plus 5x minus 6 equals 120. Okay, now we gotta solve this though, right? So first up, I gotta subtract the 120 over x squared plus 5x plus 5x minus 126 equals 0, right? Okay. Factor. Well, two numbers multiply to give me this, but then when I add them, they give me this. So just a real quick, the factored form. Multiply two numbers to give me this, but when I add them, it gives me this, right? The numbers are positive 14 and negative 9. When I multiply these two numbers, I get this. When I add these two numbers, I get this. Okay. Now, to solve this, I set each of these equal to 0. So in this case, x would be negative 14. Set this guy equal to 0. Comes out to be 9, right? Here are your two solutions. However, in math, distance can never be negative. So my negative answer makes no sense here. The only answer is this guy right here. Okay? That guy does not work because it's negative. All right, so moving a little quicker now with these ones. Two secant lines, right? X times x plus 5 equals 4 times 4 plus 2. Okay, left side, x squared plus 5x. Right side, if I type all that in, that gives me 24. Factor, subtract that 24 over. Multiply to give me this. Add them up to give me this. It's a positive 8 and a negative 3. Set each of these equal to 0. X equals negative 8. In this case, x would equal 3. This answer does not work because it is negative. That is your answer. Two secant lines, so x times x plus 15 equals 5.5 times 5.5 plus 22.5. Left side, x squared plus 15x. Right side, type all that in, 154. Subtract the 154 over. Multiply to give you this. Add to give you this. The numbers are a positive 22 and a negative 7. Set this equal to 0, solve. Set that equal to 0 and solve. X is negative 22. X is positive 7. This doesn't work because X is negative. That is your answer. 16. Last one. Tangent line, right? Got to square it. X plus 5 squared equals 12 times 12 plus 15. Remember, this is really X plus 5 times X plus 5. Type all that stuff in. That gives me 324. Okay. First, outer, inner, last, FOIL method, right? X squared plus 10x plus 25 equals 324. Subtract the 324 over. X squared plus 10x minus 299 equals 0. Factor. Multiply to give me negative 299. If I add them up, I get 10x. The answers are positive 23 and a negative 13. X equals negative 23. X equals 13. Can't have negatives. 13 is your solution. That is it for segment lengths.